Hey guys, welcome back to another Brad Chudzik video, and I just clapped for some reason. I always start very awkwardly. It's just a thing. But it's a movie review day. I'm going to be talking about a movie called Best Night Ever. This movie is seen on Netflix, like a lot of them, like most of the movies I talk about. And this movie kind of started kind of odd, and it's a comedy. But it's kind of filmed in a way where, like, your best friend is shooting you doing some stupid shit on camera. One of those movies where you're like, should this have been released to the masses? Because it looks kind of shoddy. That light is really annoying in the background. Anyway, but Best Night Ever is 4 females basically going for a bachelorette. Say that 7 times fast, and then insert frog in the middle. But yeah, Best Night Ever. It's kind of odd. It starts out really kind of, you're like, what am I watching? And then some stupid stuff happens. You're like, you're not sure whether to laugh or just wonder why the hell you're watching the movie. Then about halfway through, something happens. They start singing a song. I don't want to spoil anything. Go check it out. They start singing a song, and then something funny happens. Then from there on, it gets pretty interesting. It gets pretty interesting from there on. Then it started getting good. So that's where, like, when they were singing, I stopped watching the movie, and then I came back like about 4 days later and finished the movie. So right there was the part where it got good, where it actually got decent. But half the movie is just kind of boring, and you're like, what am I watching? But after that, some funny things ensue, and it ends pretty funny, and it was all an average movie. It wasn't a great movie. It wasn't the best movie in the world. Probably wouldn't be. This is probably one of those, another stupid movie that you would watch with friends and go, what the world am I watching? It's not a family movie. Definitely is not a family movie. It's got some raunchy stuff. It's a raunchy comedy that has a lot of sexual jokes and things like that. And there is nudity in this from guys and girls. So be aware of that if you watch it. It's kind of catches you off guard sometimes. You're like, whoa, whoa, there was a penis. That's all I'm saying. But yeah, very kind of a weird movie. I'm not sure if I liked it or not. I would probably just go on good movie. Average movie, maybe a little bit below that. That's probably what I would put this movie. Like I said, it's some movie that you probably just chill, drink some beers, shoot some shots, and watch it with some friends. One of those movies, and just laugh at the stupidity that ensues in the movie and how bad the movie is. It's not one that if I saw this and I was the person who gave money to make this movie, I would probably be pretty upset because it came out looking pretty crappy and it was kind of stupid. But at the end, everything happens. So if you make it halfway through the movie and they're singing in a dumpster, don't ask me how they got in the dumpster. You had to watch the movie to figure it out. And after they're singing in a dumpster, if you make it to that point, keep watching because that's when the good stuff happens. After that, is when the interesting stuff happens. And I'm telling you, like, super interesting things happen. It gets funnier and funnier and funnier right after that. It's like one thing right after the other that keeps happening. There's one point, there's a couple jump scenes that get me during the movie, and scenes that are like had my adrenaline like going, ooh, one made me jump, and you see it and you knew it was coming, because there's a car wreck in the movie, and if you ever know. Like, you get that feeling when somebody's about if I can get the words out of my damn motherfucking mouth. When you know it's going to happen in a movie, when a car wreck is going to happen, because you get that unsettling quietness in the movie where you're like, oh, and then as soon as they hit, you jump because you didn't expect it or you didn't know when it was going to happen. That happens in this movie. And then there's another spot at the end. I don't want to spoil it for anybody because it's super hilarious. And I'm still talking about it, telling my friends, and I told my wife and everything about it. Has something to do with nudity. If you watch the movie, you'll find out. So funny. So funny. And I'm still thinking about it and giving me good, bad memories. Bad memories. Anyway, the movie was okay. Best night ever. If you got some extra time to kill, watch the movie. So no really major stars. I don't think there's anybody that. One of the girls looked familiar. I didn't look them up on IMDb. I'm not gonna do it right now. But she looked kind of familiar, like she'd been in something before. Um, but other than that, I don't think anybody is really famous in this movie at all. But it was pretty funny. Near, like I said, at that one point, dumpster scene, beyond, pretty funny. Before that, stupid. Other than that, nothing else really to say. As always, like, comment, subscribe, and keep rocking. As always. Later, guys.